Okay, so new for 2017 is the Ocean Kayak Trident Angler, and I want to show you guys some of the features that you'll get here for both free diving and for scuba diving. I wanted to see if my scuba tanks would fit in there for when I'm diving deep and doing film, and it's also going to be able to hold your spear guns, even the big blue water guns for when you're hunting tuna offshore. So real quick, you notice one of the features that changed is this hatch. It's a lot smaller than the old models, and it doesn't have nylon straps over the top locking it in place. It's got this new locking mechanism here, and it's sealed by a pretty nice rubber gasket that's now permanently attached to the hatch itself. You can see the locking mechanism. Inside it's quite spacious, but one thing that you will notice is right underneath here there's a pillar that drops down, and that's for your transducer and cable. But that does pose a blocking issue inside the kayak. So you got your bag for your battery, and then there's that spot there that we used to have open, now is closed. So a lot of you guys out there are wondering, how am I going to be able to fit all my stuff? Well, let me give you an example. Here we have a 100 cubic foot scuba tank, high pressure steel, and it just makes it in there. So you can get 100 cubic foot in the front, and you can also get a 120 in the back. So here goes the 120, 120 cubic feet right there, fits pretty good. You also have a hatch in the back. Typically I don't put a lot of stuff in there, but you can see I've got my long guns in there, and you can see just about how far they go. That's a 130 Omer enclosed track with the shaft on, and we also have a big blue water gun with the shaft currently off, but it would fit with it on as well. So I think you could probably get up to maybe a 140, possibly even a 150 in here. But really quick, let's close this hatch here, and let's remove the contents so I can show you the bottom of the kayak, which has got that transducer there. Just get some of the weight out. So here we go. Underneath the kayak, you can see the slot there for the transducer. So that's really nice to be able to put your depth sounder, GPS, all your electronics on here. You've got spots for rod mounts if you're a fisherman, and overall it's got a lot of options for accessories. The center hatch is also changed. You've got a little spot here. You've got a small GPS. You can keep it pretty clean and dry right there. So might not need to use your waterproof case anymore. In fact, it seems pretty good watertight. I don't think it's completely watertight, but the seal underneath here is. So you can see it's got a rubber gasket here, and it drops down where you've got these little compartments if you're fishing. And over here, this is a spot to mount things to. This is an area you can drill into. Cup holders. And I'm just going to take the hatch off completely. Unlike the old model, our hatch was a little bit simpler, and it was attached to the kayak so that when you were diving and such, you didn't lose it when you tossed it overboard. With this one, I'll have to be a little bit more careful or figure out a system. And then inside, still a lot of room. And I've got my spear guns inside of here. Got a big blue water gun. And I've got an Omer enclosed track 130 with the shaft attached. So pretty big gun. Obviously you can fit your smaller guns for Northern California, and still has a lot of the same storage capacity. Foot pegs, everything is the same as it was before. Now the kayaks come rigged with the cable that you can attach your rudder to the back, and you can see inside the back hatch that your cables are right there, so it'd be really easy to run a rudder system if you'd like. And also what's changed is the seat. It's a pretty clever design, especially for fishing and keeping your butt dry. The seat lifts up, and you can see it's got this little kickstand here, and that's designed to give you a little bit more elevation when you're sitting so that you're out of the water, but that'll make the kayak a little bit unstable. So it's adjustable, so you can bring it all the way down and sit in the lowest position to make your kayak a little bit more comfortable and stable in rough conditions. You've got the rod holders in the back, lines, areas to mount more fishing rod holders. And when you're in transit, this seat here can actually fold down and be attached just with these little bungees to the side of the kayak so that it's not lifting up in travel. So just attach both of those there. And that's it. New for 2017, Ocean Kayak Trident 15. Pretty sweet kayak. I definitely think it's going to be a winner for me.